We're here with the 33rd head coach of the Mississippi State Bulldogs, Joe Moorhead, who was just introduced to the fan base and to the media earlier this morning here at the Seal Complex. First of all, welcome to the Mississippi State family. We're thrilled to have you.
Great to be here, thank you.
You know, I've got to imagine plane rides, cheese fries, receptions, press conferences. This has all been a blur. Have you been able to take any of this experience in the last 24 hours?
A lot of it's been surreal in a lot of ways. You get off the plane and, you know, the level of support and the people at the airport with the bells and the dogs and the signs, and then you're taking that all in. The next thing you know, you're over to campus and something new's happening. You're at the stadium having a reception with donors, and then you're doling out cheese fries in the Cotton District. So it's a bunch of different experiences in a short amount of time. So I'm just trying to savor it because I'm very fortunate, not a lot of people get to experience this. So these are definitely once-in-a-lifetime opportunities.
I gather that you took this job kind of sight unseen. I mean, you had heard a lot about the program, but when you got off that plane the other day, is that the first time you've been in Starkville, been on campus?
First time, yeah, absolutely. And that's part of the thing. You know, it's about people, and you get a great feeling about the place and the support. And you know, there's not many SEC head coaching jobs out there, and this is one of the special ones. It's a top 25 job, and it was too good of an opportunity to pass it up.
Well, and you talked earlier today about being a man of faith, and the faith plays into that a little bit too, that you've got to have faith to go to a place you've never been before and know this is where you're supposed to be and what you're supposed to be doing, right?
Yeah, I think by definition, faith is belief in what you can't see, and I mean that's really literal in this instance. So we took a leap of faith, and I'm sure it's going to pay off.
You have not got a roster that is devoid of talent. I mean, you get a lot of guys back, including a lot of players on the offensive side of the football. What excites you most about knowing that while you may not have seen all those guys yet, you understand the reputations that are there?
Yeah, I mean, you just look at the scores and the games we won and teams we competed against, and games going down to the wire. So certainly in this conference, and particularly our side of the division, for us to be able to move the ball and do the things we did on offense, and even looking on the defensive side of the ball, you know, the compete level and the ability to be in games and have an opportunity to win them, that's something that's very important moving forward.
You were a head coach before at Fordham, and sure. Tell me how that experience and then what you've been doing the last 2 years at Penn State as an offensive coordinator, how does that help prepare you for this?
No, it's been very formative. I mean, when you're an assistant coach, you always want to be in the head chair, and when you finally get there, you realize that all the preparation you've done, there's no manual for it. So all the things that you think you're ready for, things pop up, and you got to deal with them. And I think that's part of the trial and error process, certainly as a head coach. And it was great that I was able to have an opportunity to cut my teeth at Fordham and have some success there, and then getting back on the big stage again. You know, at UConn we were in the Big East and played Notre Dame, played Vanderbilt, played those teams, played in the Fiesta Bowl, and to get back on that stage at Penn State in the Big Ten, you know, kind of use a combination of those experiences, and it was, you know, definitely beneficial.
You don't ever get to ease into one of these things, I don't think, but given the fact now that there's a signing day at the end of December that's less than a month away, you've got to handle that. Plus, you got to put a staff together. It's wide open for you, isn't it?
Ready, fire, aim. You know, we got to, you know, just hit the ground running and, you know, put our heads down and get to work and look up, and you know, hopefully next thing you know it'll be January, and you know we've put a good class together and a great staff together, and I'm confident we'll be able to do that.
How do you prioritize in terms of what you got to do with regard to getting commitments and keeping them in the house, and then, as you said, putting a staff together by measuring twice and cutting once?
It's 1A and 1B. It doesn't matter how good your staff is if you don't have the type of players to allow you to have the type of success that you want on the field. So we got to make sure. I mean, they're of equal importance. We got to make sure that, you know, it's a relationship business, and these kids have been committed for a decent amount of time, and me just coming in with this early signing period makes it an interesting kind of situation, but you know, we're going to make the best of it.
Now, I want to tell you personally, thank you for not making me the new guy anymore, because now I got 3.5 months on you, and I'm real happy about that. But I'll ask you the same question I've been asking a million times in the last 3 months. Yep. You handled it like a pro today. What do you think about the cowbell?
The cowbell? I love it. I think we need more cowbell.
There you go.
Literally and figuratively.
There you go. Hey, we're glad to have you. Welcome to the family. We wish you all the best.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Joe Moorhead, the new head coach at Mississippi State.